One of the things that I say in my head a lot is Rambo's name. I'll come home and I'll say, "Hey, Mr. Little Rams," but I'm saying it in my head. Or I'll be like, "Little Rams," and I'm saying it in my head. Because I remember him just, if he wasn't at the door already, he was exploding to the door. I remember when he got older and, I would go to the gym at like 4:30 in the morning and he would just sleep in the bed. And I would come home and he'd still be sleeping in the same spot, which was perpendicular to me, by the way. But then he'd wake up and I felt like he was saying, "I still love you, but I'm not getting up at 4:30 in the morning." He always knew, when it was time to rest or sleep. He always knew when I was down. It was time. He always knew when it was time to relax. It was never a time where I was up and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff and he wasn't ready to get up and do anything. And it was never a time where I was down and he was super hyper. He just knew. But saying his name is something that is lost. I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not calling out his name. I'm not walking him and saying, "Come on, Rams." I'm not introducing him to other dogs. I feel like I'm not spreading him. Now that he's gone. One might say this is a version of spreading him, and maybe it is, but I guess I miss saying his name out loud. I miss hearing it come out of my mouth. I miss seeing and hearing his reactions. I miss when he would whine. I miss when he would bark finally. I miss the way he would prance around the crib, whether it was mine or somebody else's, like he owned it. I miss Rambo meeting other animals and trying to make friends. I remember Rambo trying to talk to bunnies. I remember Rambo and I saw a deer one time and he was mesmerized. He thought it was a tall version of him. If we were driving and we drove by horses or cows, Rambo was pressed up against the glass. He loved animals. Rambo loved cats. I remember him meeting cats. And those cats were terrified of him, but he's just looking at him like, "Whoa, you're so different," and trying to play with them. That friendliness is lacking in all of the world. And there's a lot less of it now that Rambo's gone. I too try to be friendly. Who am I kidding? I try to be as antisocial as possible because I'm fragile and I hate that people try to hurt me. I think I'm like, it takes a lot for me to make sure that I don't react and do anything. Back to those people. Even through bad actions, Rambo is still ready to play. So it was as if he never learned his lesson. He was resilient, resiliently loving. And that's what the world needs more of. I'm still trying to be more like him. I want to be more resiliently loving. But I'm hurt, and I'm hurt even more that he's gone. I hope we can all be more resiliently loving.